Hello, everybody. Welcome back to another exciting night of USF esports action. And for the first time, co-streaming on YouTube. Thank you so much for joining us. It's Cooley Live. I'm joined by the one and only Tavin. How are we doing tonight?
I am excited. It's our first COD stream of the semester. It's the first COD stream of Black Ops 6, which has me really excited. This has been a fun game to play. The maps kind of suck, but it's still very good gameplay in general, and our COD team is looking to be pretty good this season.
Oh, absolutely. It's a very solid squad of 5 that we will be introducing to you very shortly. But just to get into it, let's talk a little bit about where this team has been at coming into this season. So this is week 2 of the Collegiate COD League, with week 1 happening last week. You know, we could have gotten that on stream. We didn't, unfortunately. Here we are. Stuff happens. But your USF Bulls went 2-0 with wins over Kaiser University and Georgia Southern to kick off the season. Now they're going to be playing another doubleheader here tonight versus Kennesaw State Esports and Louisiana Tech Academy.
Team looking pretty good so far, living up to the expectations that you see from the roster if you're familiar with it. For the most part, pretty similar to last semester's roster, a couple of changes here and there. But from what I heard from Penny, the president, who's currently also on the team The tryouts went really well. There's a lot of really good talent on this roster, so looking pretty good for the season.
Lots of new talent indeed, and we'll be able to see one of them kicking off things here today. It's going to be Jit joining the roster, but here we go, ladies and gentlemen. It is going to be map number 1, Hardpoint. You know it, you love it. Tell us a little bit about what to expect here, Tavin.
So right here, this first point is really hard to contest. You have a lot of different places you can hide inside the hot tub. The pool doesn't count, but you can hide in there for a little bit just to delay some time. It's really hard to soak up any sort of points here. You really want to just play for these rotations, play for that side of the map, which is towards P2, which USF completely giving up the point for the most part, just rushing in, trying to get those next spawns to set up for the future.
Right, but here we go. USF exerting a little bit of control here onto point right behind hot tub. They had 2 members, but it does appear that Jit will fall. Penny trying to take this fight is going to end up taking it over Juby, and that should allow USF to weigh out the rest of this point with decent control, taking up about a 15-point lead heading into the remaining seconds of the half.
Good gunfight there out of Penny. Gets the first kill, manages to hide away and maintain that map control for USF, who do get that little bit of a lead early on. Don't usually see a lot of points being soaked up while playing for this spawn right here, but USF doing a great job of playing for both here. And Penny on a 5 spree, absolutely dominating this half of the map. USF not currently in the point, but fighting for it, and have 3 players fall.
Now, something to note here is how narrow this map is, right? A lot of the points are going to be spawning essentially right on top of each other, which, to further emphasize what you were talking about earlier, those rotations are going to be so crucial. Here we see it's going to be a big double kill here for the side of Kennesaw Esports. It's going to be both Penny and Jit that go down, but now on the respawns, Kiko cannot get it. Jit finds the double kill. Rebel finds another one of his own and finds the second. So it is going to be a 2v2 situation here where Kennesaw is staggered on their death timers. Kiko now trying to make the rotate over as the point begins to expire, and both teams turn their attention over to point 3.
Got a little bit chaotic there in that point number 2 as Rebel gets in, doesn't find the gunfight, so early control of P3 is going to go to Kennesaw State. USF fought a little bit too much for the remainder of P2 and had to give up a little bit of map control, and Kennesaw has a really good setup. This point is very, very hard to break through, but Rebel there with a double pointed approach with his teammate is able to get through.
There's also a lot of open pathways here into Kitchen. There's just so much variability that can occur, especially right here, the push from behind. 3 kills going over to Kennesaw, and that is going to be the wipe here that allows them to retake this point. A multi-kill here for Love Clutch, and another kill going over to the way of Phantom onto Penny Slaves, which allows so much control here, but a good slide coming out from Rebel, going to be able to find it and get that point back into the control of the Bulls.
Yeah, that's something you see there a lot. You saw it full team wipe in Kennesaw State's favor, but USF was right back on it immediately. The map is really small and narrow, like you mentioned, but it's 3 levels of height, which is how it makes up for the lack of space. So you're going to get these points contested very quickly and very easily. The hard part is being able to maintain that control. And USF right here doing a good push from 3 different angles to get spawns for P4 here.
Yeah, USF playing 2 members down there for most of the last 15 seconds, but now as the point comes up, it's going to be contested in favor of USF as Kiko finds that kill, but it's going to be reclaimed here by Kennesaw with a big swing going through from Rebel to take control. 2 members pushing in from back porch, but it is Rebel who's holding on despite the stun. The peek coming through, and it's not going to be Phantom. It's Rebel who finds that kill. Kiko following it up, but it's Love Clutch who opens things up here once again for Kennesaw.
Like you saw, so many spawns close by. You get consistently contested. USF found 3 kills, but immediately were contested by 2 more right after. That math doesn't make sense, but it does when you're on this point. And USF right now continues to try and fight. Still do have that lead and only 15 seconds left here, so you would want to see some rotates, but Penny making sure to get the last bit of scrap here while the rest of his team is fighting for that P1 as the points reset.
Yep, going right back on over to Hot Tub. We talked about it already, but just so hard to break into anywhere on this map. It feels like you have to constantly be watching for coverage here. Dolphin dive onto point, but it is going to be Kennesaw who comes out on top of that gunfight. Kiko trying to make something out of nothing, finds one coming through the hallway, but can't secure the hot tub kill and will allow for Kennesaw to build up a little bit back into this lead.
There you see, if you don't have multiple angles onto a site, it makes it so hard to break through. That hot tub spot is such a power position with the head glitch that you can find. If you get some support from top middle, as you see right here, Kennesaw State racking up a ton of points in this P1. USF struggling to find the necessary kills to open it up as Kiko finds the double.
Double kill there from Kiko to open things up here for USF to retake this point. But the push coming through once again. from Flix is going to allow for Kennesaw to come back in. Jit gonna be
falling off the map
just a little bit, getting too antsy here in his debut match with USF Gold. But the next point is coming up here in 5 seconds, and the rotates are coming through yet again. But USF looks to clean up a couple of more points to minimize the deficit that they fell into heading out of point 1.
Oh, big gunfight there. Juby's gonna find the double for Kennesaw State. USF lost the spawns in the last 15-20 seconds of that P1, trying to fight back for it here. Big double kill, opening up a little bit of space. Rebel not able to find the final kill and spawn as 3 fall. Jit is on point, but they still don't have those spawn controls. He's all alone here with 4 players from Kennesaw on this side of the map.
Jit gonna die here and stagger that death timer a little bit, preventing a coordinated push, but Penny finds a good angle, can't secure it. Kiko tries to take a fight, will find one. Flakes is watching it and does manage to take out Kiko, but Jit is but once again back in the action. 20 seconds left on this point 2, as it is the Bulls who are trying to take back this 20-point lead that has flown back into the way of the Kennesaw State Esports team.
Only about 10 seconds left here, and Kennesaw is still fighting for this point. I would think they'd want to rotate early on here, but able to continue to find these kills as USF keeps pushing through. They do want that little bit of scrap, trying to bring this game a little bit closer as Kennesaw is already set up here mid. Does have that mid control, does have that P3 control. USF struggled a little bit to break it, found about 20 seconds last time on it.
Here we go.
Need to do it again here. Jit finds one, doesn't find the second. Some shots come through on their own teammates, able to stop it, find the kill, and the point is open, but they don't have enough control to safely get in it.
But now here we go. USF finds the control that they were missing. Jit is able to find that kill onto Phantom before falling here to Love Clutch, but it is still USF who takes control of the kitchen. If you can't take the heat, get out of the kitchen, they say. And now, big explosion going to be coming through there. Penny Slays finds one onto Jimmy before falling to Love Clutch. A big double there from the Love Clutch Meister himself. Jit takes out Clutch, but is going to fall in return. 17 seconds left for this point. USF trying to scrape back into this one. It's a big stun coming through, but USF, they are holding their ground.
You see Juby is going to maintain control of spawns all the way in the back here, and USF do not really, it's a tough position to break through, but they do there with a double team, find the kill, don't have the spawn. Somehow a big flank comes out, and they still maintain control of these spawns. One player was hiding behind the bathtub, not able to find the kill, and Kennesaw State bring that lead right back, and they have most of the map control necessary here. Penny might find a good timing, but Phantom is going to get that kill. Rebel gets the trade, and Kiko gets the kill on the point, but he's going to get flanked as well. Double from Love Clutch.
Really big swing of events here. Love Clutch coming big with a triple kill to put Kennesaw in a very advantageous position here with this point up on top of Roof, allowing for another double kill coming through from Flix. There's just a lot of gunfights going the way of Kennesaw here that is preventing USF from finding the momentum that they need to get back into this. This is really well played coming out from Kennesaw.
Yeah, USF, they're finding some kills, but the trades are so good out of Kennesaw. USF is struggling to find the map control. Got a little bit. They're pushing in pretty far. Kiko here, only 10 seconds left. They're going to get that, but they're going to lose control of the map for this next P1 coming in. Kiko, big gunfight, not going to find it. That gives a lot of space for Kennesaw to contest this P1, if not fully control it.
Whoa, Penny's going to have someone run right around him and is trying to find this kill, but it's just going to be an open hot tub. Very awkward fight here. There we go, finally. It's going to be Flakes who falls, but Penny Slays has to watch for this corner, sees him exactly, finds it, and will be able to secure that point for USF. That's a very big swing that couldn't have happened without Penny's heroics there.
Yeah, absolutely. A difficult gunfight there, but Penny able to find it. USF didn't get the map control, but the dolphin dive into the pool, and that's 3 down for USF as Kennesaw reached 200 points. Penny not able to win that gunfight. USF still fighting for this map control. Do want this P1 back. They need to scrape for it. Able to get a little bit of time, but Jit is in a 1 versus 2 here now if his teammates can't come in time.
And that was just a double-sided attack there from Kennesaw up top and down below to be able to retake this point and just inch ever so closer into securing this first map in their favor. It's going to be another point here for USF to try and clean up on, trying to get a couple of last-second ticks towards before this spawns yet again. It is going to be USF who has first placement here. It's going to be Rebel who finds the man running up the stairs and is able to secure it and hold it down. USF finding a slurry of kills all across the map here, preventing Kennesaw from getting too much going, but Penny will not be able to find it. Big double kill though for Jit.
USF doing a really good job of containing the point, but also pushing out far enough that Kennesaw spawns aren't close enough to continue contesting. Rebels been sitting here the entire time, and USF have brought this game back. They were down about 40 seconds, and now they're only down 10. A big push is going to come through. Rebel does find one, doesn't have the trades. The rest of his team has fallen, but Kennesaw can't win it off of this, so USF put themselves in a decent position to stay in this game.
Yeah, and now what's going to be most important here is that next rotation. Like you mentioned before, Kennesaw cannot claim a win here, but if they do come out swinging on this next point, it will be very easy for them to clutch it up and cinch this one as a map one victory for them. But it's all members down from USF with this point spawning here in Kitchen. Hard to do, but not impossible. Here come the Bulls.
This is the point that USF has struggled the most on the rotation for. They haven't won it a single time. They managed to break it usually, but it takes a little bit, and Kennesaw is in a good position, triple stacked in the point. That was the much needed kill. There's still a little bit of time, but I think USF has just accepted that it's not doable as they fall in this game number one.
And it was just so difficult to really play through the sightlines. It just felt like every single entryway was covered here by Kennesaw, and especially Kitchen. I feel like that P3 was just where Kennesaw was able to exert so much control, build up such a great lead. It felt really hard for the Bulls to play into that.
Yeah, even when it wasn't on P3, that Kitchen control gave Kennesaw so much map space to get these rotations onto P1 and to P4 as well. They just completely dominated that middle area of the map, which made USF's rotation struggle heavily, which cost them a lot of points, cost them a lot of time, and it wasn't enough to break through.
Yeah, and something to note there as well is just that there was just such a lack of coordination there when it came to the map rotations, and the staggered death timers continued to play a role in that. There was just too much heroic play trying to come out from USF, trying to continuously take the 1v2s, trying to find the angles that gave them the multi-kill, but it just was not coming to fruition, and that's ultimately where they lost out.
Yeah, when you're roughly around that 180-second mark and you're down about 20, 30 seconds, you start to panic a little bit. And when you don't have that map control, your spawns are kind of all over the place. So USF, they were trying to get those trades, but then ended up just leaving themselves in 1 versus 3s once the opponent started respawning. And Kennesaw State took advantage of that. They played their team fights way better than how USF did. They got more trades, and they put themselves in better power positions to control these points.
Well, it was a very strong showing from Kennesaw out in map 1. We're going to go to a short break while we get map 2 up and going, so stick around. You won't want to miss it. Here we go. It is going to be game 2 going over to SND on Hacienda. Big time momentum shift here is what USF is looking for. Now, historically, we know them to not be a fantastic S&D team, but that was MW3. We have not seen their capabilities on this new game, and they're coming out swinging with a big early kill.
Big double push on this player over here in this lane and able to get some more map control around this B bomb site and force Kennesaw State completely back into their spawn. They don't feel comfortable playing around this side of the map at all. Going to be a quick rotation to A, but Rebel is reading it.
Yeah, it's going to be 2 from USF, both Rebel and Kiko, who are watching this, but Phantom is going to be able to find Kiko on that rotate. And a really nice angle here from Rebel. Comes from behind, but can't secure it. Slides through, is able to take out the Phantom.
Interesting plays out here as USF are able to close it out. Something about Hacienda S&D, if you can't get the bomb planted early, it's a tough map to win. There's so many different angles you can play from. You can go into the water, you can play from top middle area, you can go underground. There's a lot of different angles you can play and get flanks through if you're on the defensive side. and the offense has to be prepared for it, and they weren't there. They didn't have the flank. Penny came in early and got that first blood. That was absolutely huge for USF to get the necessary map control.
Yeah, once your initial push is kind of just stalled out, it's just so hard to get back into it here. And here we see USF now taking the offensive, trying to see where they're going to go. It looks like the bomb is going to hang around mid, but a lot of the manpower still playing for that A side. An early bit of a suppressing fire attempt coming out, but no contact made. That bomb is going to get planted here on A. So
a big double flank coming here out of player 2 and number 3. They're not going to get enough timing to stop the plant. They do find the first blood out of it from the lurker from USF and Rebel, but wasting a little bit of time. Juby gets another kill here, but USF have that bomb down. That timer's going to keep going as Jit gets some shots off.
And Penny not going to be able to win the fight, and everyone from USF is going to go down. Love Clutch is going to take a bit of a team death here from a Juby grenade, but a very strong retake of sight coming through from Kennesaw, allowing them to even this one up at 1 apiece.
Yeah, USF did really good in getting that bomb down early, but their post-plant setup was a little bit weird. One player
a little odd.
Yeah, on the lurker fell, and then it kind of felt like they were just lost on where Kennesaw was coming from.
Yeah, Penny was trying to watch the flank, was trying to hold down that angle, assuming that they'd come right back through from their spawn. However, the entirety of Kennesaw was just coming from either mid or from that wraparound garden, so it was just not going to play out how they wanted it to.
Yeah, good team play out of Kennesaw also to make sure that every peak had at least 2 players on it, so even if one person fell, they had those trades. And now a big 4-man push towards A. USF doesn't really have much here, only Kiko, but could be pushed from up top and from down low as well, as the bomb's going to get planted.
Yeah, big, strong push there onto B site from USF on defense, but it's going to be fruitless in that regard. Now USF trying to regain some positioning here. It's going to be Flakes who finds that opening kill onto Jit, but Juby will go down to Rebel, and it's a 3-for-1 here, but now Kiko trying to bring it back. 1v2 situation, 27 seconds. It's going to be quite difficult for Kiko to get back into this one here for the USF Bulls.
There's so many different angles he has to check, and only 20 seconds to go. Can he find the first
one?
Fight? There's the second one there.
Knows him.
The slide goes through, but he's so low, 13 health to work with. He needs 5 seconds only to get this kill. He's going to run out of time. 2 only left. He has to stick the bomb now. He doesn't have time anyways, and that's going to be it. A little bit too slow, but not much you can do in the 1v2.
Yeah, when you're coming from that angle, you just have to hope that you're pushing fast enough. You find that opening pick, which was a really strong kill there on that headline shot, but it's just not going to be enough with Love Clutch being able to stall the push out a bit, backing up into mid, and not allowing Kiko enough time to stick that bomb defuse.
Hindsight's 2020. I kind of feel like after he jumped over the fence, he should have just stuck the bomb. Because you know that the Kennesaw player is going to run away and hide and waste the time. Shoot some shots to get them scared and then stick the plant. And I feel like he could have maybe snuck away with it, but obviously hindsight's 2020.
Right, but now Kennesaw with a 2-1 advantage here over USF. It looks like the Bulls want to be playing for this A site yet again. Very easy to play for on offense. Opening pick down onto Phantom.
The timing. Kiko turns around. There's a player behind him. Okay, he's also running away. So managed to get the bomb down, managed to get the first blood. Make that 2 now. Only 2 versus 4 for Kennesaw. And this is a much better post-plant setup for USF. They have basically every angle possible. Health. Rebel, big kill. Not going to find it on a Phantom, so makes it a 2v3. A little bit easier for Kennesaw, but still a lot of work left.
Jit going to be able to find this next one here coming through from mid. The slide comes through, but both members of Kennesaw are there and will fall at the hands of Penny to end up that round 4, bringing it to 2 apiece.
I like the idea out of Kennesaw there. That little hallway is a big power position when you're playing this bomb site. So they went for a double angled approach to it. One from the front, one from the back. USF was watching it though, so Penny was able to find that final kill, but it was a good idea behind it.
Both of these teams just so balanced in their approach. It feels like it's just trading blow for blow here. No one is really taking a too commanding of a position here. It feels like all of these games have come down to the last couple of kills, except for that first offense for USF.
Yeah, absolutely. Another B push here now. Kennesaw going back to it. Too many A pushes. They feel like they need to change it up a little bit. 2 players from USF here. One playing from middle, one playing from spawn. Bomb is going to get planted. Once it's planted, this one's a really tough one to break through, though. A lot tougher to break through than A.
The sight was there for the side of USF, but cannot secure the kill. Rebel will be the one that falls first. You see him peeking down on the floor, and Penny cannot capitalize. Kiko in a 1v4 situation here, looking almost impossible. Gonna get sprayed down a little bit from Rock and will just fall here in that round 5.
That is a 4-0 in the favor of Kennesaw in that round. And like I said, B is a lot harder to get the bomb plant down, but once you do, it's so many different angles that are hard to break through to get in into the defense that Kennesaw played that perfectly. They had Rock control. They made sure they watched the flank. They had mid control as well. There was nowhere USF could go without getting into a gunfight against 2 people.
And that was just a really strong post-plant setup there that Kennesaw had. Of course, using a bit of the advantage that the bomb site awards you. But despite that, a 4-0 really strong statement win there for this round 5. But now USF trying to turn this one back on to its head. They are going to go for a B push of their own, and no one from Kennesaw is here to play it.
USF doesn't know it, so they're going to be a little bit... Oh, never mind. Penny going straight for it. I think the stun and grenade not connecting.
A little bit cautious, you say, huh?
Yeah, I thought he was going to be. He stopped for like half a second, but a big flank out of Phantom finds the first blood. Bomb is down, but USF was pushing in pretty aggressively. Looked like they wanted to just take over Kennesaw's spawn.
Juby going to be able to find that next kill onto Rebel. Love Clutch here in a fight will go down to Penny Slays. Penny trying to find the double.
Ooh.
Gets the double. Love Clutch, though, is going to be able to find Jit. He's going to have to worry about this double-sided fight and is not going to watch for it. It's going to be round 6 going over to Kennesaw.
Sometimes the quick bomb plant's a bait. You know, Kennesaw was allowing it to be planted because they knew they had that early flank from bottom mid all the way into USF spawn. And they had somebody watching it, but they lost that 1v1. And from there, everybody kind of just started panicking and didn't really have much else they could do.
Man, the omnidirectional movement in this game is so great.
It's so fun.
But yeah, a really strong flank there to set up a very dominant retake from Kennesaw. Really giving them a bit of an edge here in this second map. You really don't want to be going down 2-0 in a series like this, but Kennesaw, they're looking to continue putting the pedal to the metal here. Really strong showing from them thus far.
Yeah, absolutely. A little bit more of a balanced approach here from both teams. They're aware that they're both capable of going both A and B, so making sure to have that split both on offense and defense. Love Clutch finds the first blood, makes that 2 for himself. Kiko gets a trade, but USF down in numbers, and aggressive push here out of Love Clutch. Not going to find the kill, but Juby is instead. 1 versus 3 for Penny as the bomb's going to get planted. Yeah,
Penny does take that gunfight here and will not find it. Tough break there for the Bulls. It is 5-2 in favor of Kennesaw.
Yep, that is going to be game point here now. Every single round from here on out, USF has to play almost perfectly if they don't want to fall 2-0 in the series. Like you mentioned, that's a really tough one to break through, but not seeing enough, honestly, out of them on this map. Not creative enough on offense, and the defense is kind of just, you lose the first gunfight, and from there, it just doesn't really go their way.
Yeah, it's almost a bit unmotivated once they do lose that opening gunfight. You know, it's you lose first blood, suddenly another 1 or 2 are falling, and you're putting a player into a very hard 1v3, 1v4 situation. Just like this, Jit gonna take an unfavorable fight here up in the top of Hacienda and will not find it. However, Rebel trying to turn the tide here a little bit for the Bulls. Juby is gonna get taken out. Will have to back off from the covering fire, but with this offensive push getting stalled out a little bit, it looks like Penny Slays might be looking for a potential rotate, but will try to just keep hovering. There we go. It's going to be rotating back through towards B.
So I don't know if you could hear it because there's so many gunfires that it was a little bit too quiet, but there was an RCXD out of Kennesaw State towards the A side, which made USF hesitate a little bit on their push, and then a couple of players got caught out from the lack of positioning as Penny has a chance here. Shots from behind, he thought it was an opponent, it was his own teammate, and now they're flanking all the way back towards A again.
This is a bit risky.
Indecisive, but not a lot of time left either.
Oh, but it is going to be Flix who's matching this perfectly. Has a really nice sight line onto A. Developing here, but it's going to be Love Clutch who falls here at the hands of Kiko.
It's good work.
Good plants coming through from Penny, but will get caught out here on the double from Phantom. That is going to be a map 2 going over to the side of Kennesaw.
Yes, indeed. Very well played out of the Owls. And Pretty similar to map 1. The teamwork was there more out of Kennesaw State than it was out of USF. It felt like every gunfight USF was in was a 1 versus 1 or 1 versus 2, while Kennesaw was always able to find that second or third player to get the trades. And it kind of caught USF off guard. Like I said, every time the first person fell, it kind of just... the game plan kind of disappeared, it felt like.
Yeah, you know, USF... they're coming in. They're coming off a very hot week 1 with that 2-0 win. Kennesaw coming off of an 0-2. I'm interested to see who Kennesaw was playing because maybe
gotta look into that.
Maybe the opponents were a bit indifferent here.
Yeah.
But USF, they're struggling this far in this first game of the doubleheader series. I think they're going to want to see a little bit more out of JIT. You know, a 1-8 showing in that map 2. It's difficult to come back when not everyone is clicking like that. Hopefully, map 3 we see a little bit something different there.
Especially when you see that the player that JIT is replacing currently in this series is VZ Proof, who's been that X factor and that spark that you see a lot out of USF over the past couple semesters. He's been the big playmaker usually for the team. So JIT 1-8, what VZ Proof might have done there, not sure if it would have been enough of a difference because it was a 6-2. That's pretty hard game to come back from no matter what happened. But it's something to keep an eye out, you know?
Well, he's here for a reason. Let's see what that Game 3 brings. We're going to go to a quick break while we get that going, so stick around.
wanna see something new, a better part of you. You feel it in your soul, a link from head to toe. I'll go just alone. I can't stop scratching my mind. I gotta keep asking why. Stop telling me all the time everything will be fine. I can't stop scratching my mind.
Here we go. It is going to be map 3. We're playing control on Vault here, potentially to determine it if it's going to be a sweep in favor of Kennesaw or if USF can start the reverse sweep. But it's a bad start for the Bulls as USF takes a full wipe here to begin this round.
And they're already getting spawn camped. This is very difficult. Jit with a big kill there, not going to be able to get too much else as a double kill comes through. They're in USF spawn, and USF getting the kills, but it's tough. This is really hard to break through this spawn camp.
Right now, both sites being held here by Kennesaw with a 4-life advantage to their names. A big swing here yet again as Rebel continues trying to get things going, but will not be able to find much here as he just continuously evades out and will not continue to do much there.
That movement was absolutely insane. I didn't see what player it was, but wild. Omni movement in this game makes you move around the map so fast. But USF quickly running out of time here, still trying to get any sort of map control whatsoever, but they're literally in USF spawn.
Yeah, they are pinched off of everything that they can possibly be paying for. We now see Jit trying to get some progress here onto this first point. Finds one from balcony, but can't secure any kills. And it's going to be another 3-kill swing going over to Kennesaw. It is a 13-kill differential here. Man. I have never seen such a commanding Game 1 of control.
I've never seen a team get in another team's spawn that fast. Like, they beelined it straight for USF spawn. One other kill in favor of USF would have completely changed that at the start, but they won every gunfight that was needed for Kennesaw State and just dominated from there. Droopy is 10-1 already.
Yeah, that is crazy good of a start here for Kennesaw as they try to get things wrapped up here early on in this series. But USF, they are going to drastically need to change that strategy if they want to stay alive in this series.
I just realized, I think that highlight was literally off spawn, like the moment the round started. I thought it was like maybe like he died and then pushed in, but that was literally the moment the round started. He came in and got a 4-piece.
Penny starting off 0-8.
He spawned in with guns aimed at him, so like he can't really do much about that.
Well, now with USF on the defensive, trying to prevent Kennesaw from taking much ground, it looks like they are going to try to replicate some of that magic, but it's just going to be entirely for naught as Kennesaw just fully stacks onto B-site, already going to be able to get that first tick. A much better start here on offense, but Jit has that flank and will be able to secure a couple of kills in favor of the Bulls.
It's a pretty decent start if you're USF there, being able to make sure you got the kills to get them off that B-site, but now you need to get a little bit more map control here. Similar to what Kennesaw State did. You want to try and control the spawns a little bit and get the kills early on before Kennesaw is able to push out. And so far, it's been pretty good. Big kill here. Ooh, stop shooting. Could have been very detrimental there, but it's enough. USF is looking in a pretty decent spot right now.
And they have a very nice wall there for a majority of what that early round was before Flix has now broken through it. But there was a wall across the middle of the map that separated Kennesaw from being able to really enter on to any site. But now the middle of this map is wide open. Kiko gonna fall. It's a double kill here for the side of Kennesaw. Make that a triple kill. Love Clutch coming up huge for Kennesaw. And Jit is going to be able to find a kill here. Finds almost another one, but will get cleaned up there by Penny as USF trying so desperately to prevent the push. It's going to continue being taken. This A site is just slowly going over to the way of Kennesaw, but USF doing what they can with this life advantage.
Oh, the team killed. That
very difficult kill there onto Kiko.
This A point is really hard to stop. Once you get control of top and you're inside the point, it's really hard to contest it. Jit doing a good job, finds two.
It's actually Penny Slays. It seems
Okay,
like
the
we're
names-
seeing a bit of a visual bug here with the names.
Podcaster is, you know,
yeah.
broken.
Very interesting. Okay, forget if we've been saying people's names
Yep.
wrong the entire time. Penny comes through with a big double kill there, but
Yeah.
that is going to be a point fully capped here for the side of Kennesaw. But Penny Slays trying to do what he can. So who is this? Okay, this is Kiko. Penny Slays is Kiko. Okay, this is
so
this is gonna be hard to wrap my head around.
You know, I was so confused. I saw Penny Slays was on a 5 spree, and then it changed to him, and it was like 2 and 10. And I was like, that number, that math doesn't add up.
So it looks like Penny wasn't actually 0 and 8 to
Yeah.
start the round. I don't know what's happening.
Lives
anymore.
are running out. There's still a minute left, but USF in a good spot. 9v4 in the lives department. No respawns left for Kennesaw State here, but a lot of ticks captured in their favor if this round ends up going into that round number 5.
This should be pretty comfortable to clean out for you. I shouldn't have said anything. 7-3 now here for USF in their favor. Rebel tries to find the push, does get that kill onto Juby. It is only Flix and Phantom remaining. Penny isn't going to be able to win his fight versus Phantom. Big grenades here. Flix finds one onto Rebel as well. 2v5. Big
Slide.
push from Rebel and will be able to take out Phantom.
1v5. He finds his
Oh!
first. Oh, the car explosion. Oh, that opens up a lot of potential here.
Wait.
For Flix in the 1v3. He just needs to delay this time and hold his angles. Jit waiting for his teammates to respawn. I don't know if this is Jit or not, but that's what it says on the bottom right corner.
I think this is Penny. This is Penny.
Oh,
Jit
yeah,
is Penny.
yeah, Jit is Penny. And he doesn't
Oh,
find
Penny.
the kill, waste enough time. His teammates there for the trade,
Oh.
but that got a little too close for comfort if you're USF. It was a 9-4 lead, and it turned out to be a 1v2.
What a slobber knocker of a round 2. I have no idea what happened. Let's take a look at this, right? Okay, so Jit.
The
12
scoreboard is wrong still.
Is it? Oh,
Yeah.
yeah, no. This is because it's tied to the. Okay, so we don't even know who's actually. Oh, man.
This is so confusing. COD, fix your game. There's been a different
Come on,
CODcaster
Treyarch.
problem for the past like 4 years. There's always something wrong. It's usually Control 2 that has problems in this game.
I've never seen it be this drastic.
Yeah,
But-
usually it's like the scoreboard just disappears instead of people's names being wrong.
Well, here we go. It's going to be USF once again on defense. Oh, Kiko. We're gonna suicide early. Big swing of kills now going in favor of Kennesaw after Kiko falls to an early demise after holding onto a grenade for a little bit too long.
And that exact gunfight is what happened in that round number 1 as well. Off the spawn, comes in, finds a player aiming directly at him, and again, very early, very aggressive push out of Kennesaw. USF struggling a little to break out of this chokehold in their own spawn. Big push coming through here, so able
This
to
is
get
Kiko.
a little bit of space. Needs to win this gunfight. Isn't going to find it, but the rest of his team is able to do it. He built enough space for the rest of the team to push out of their spawn.
Now, very minimal point control thus far for the side of USF. However, they do only have a 4 deficit in lives, which is a much better position than what they were in that round 1. Here we see, I think this is
Oh, too
Kiko
many
again.
people on the screen.
Big double kill potential for Kiko, but will only be able to find 1 in that A-point cap. But now it's Penny who finds another big kill onto Phantom. Penny, with that return this semester, has just been so huge for the Bulls in the past, trying to make some of that magic happen yet again. But it's going to be a big kill there onto Rebel. And another
Again?
suicide from Kiko.
Is he like throwing it and then something explodes and makes the grenade I'm so
It
confused.
has to be trying to hit a shot and then it just bounces off a column. Like trying
It's
to go
a
for
Semtex, so something's making it explode mid-air.
or just holding on to it a little.
It's a Semtex.
A little weird.
Holding it on doesn't do anything. I don't know what's happening, honestly. But twice is crazy.
Either way, it seems like it's going to be yet another very decisive round win here
Yeah.
for Kennesaw.
The aggressiveness is just so hard. Because then once they get control of the map, they're all in your spawn. You spawn in so many different places that you never have that team gunfight for you to get the trade and clear out some space. Like this, it's a 1v1 in the back corner of your own spawn. And you're not gonna win this.
You're not winning the numbers game when you're playing from your actual back corner of spawn.
Like you could not be farther from the points if you try.
Well, USF, a lot riding on this round and the next. They need to win the next 2 to keep this series alive in hopes that they can bring this to a map 4. But USF once again on the defense. Kennesaw trying to sink their talents into the Bulls here. A big opening kill here from Flicks onto Rebel. And once again, they are playing this aggressive wraparound, but it is going to be... I don't know who that was. The nameplate isn't even showing. So someone was able to read it really well. Congrats to them. But USF just not really responding as well as they need to. Big kill, though, coming out from Penny to be able to stop a bit of that momentum. Coming up from the vault here, a big another find here from Penny, and it's going to be a 3K for the side of USF.
So USF plays a lot slower and more methodical, and on defense, it's actually been fine. It's been working, but it's still close. It gets too close for comfort at times. They need to be a little bit more dominant. They need to push a little bit more aggressively compared to what Kennesaw usually is doing here. And Penny, a.k.a. somebody else, does find that kill there. And there's a little bit of time to get back here onto the side. That car explodes.
How does he not die? What?
It's COD. I don't ask those questions anymore these days. But USF able to stop the capture.
Is this a Michael Bay movie? Like he's just right in front of it and it's just exploding behind him, but he can just look away and he's cool with it? Okay, I don't get that. But anyways, it's gonna be Rebel who I think Rebel is the only one who's actually correctly listed.
I don't know because his name doesn't show up.
But I'm pretty sure he's the only one that dies every time Rebel dies. So maybe that's the case. Here we go. USF, they have the life advantage in their favor. No point taken here from the side of Kennesaw. This is a very defensive-heavy map. So, you know, you just got to play the numbers game and hope that it works out. 14-13. Big double kill here from Penny Slays.
But also worth mentioning, if USF is able to close out this round, that round number 5 is going to be an attacking-sided round for them because they haven't been able to capture any ticks. Kennesaw has captured a few and even captured a full point, but doing a great job of holding down on this defense.
Ooh, Rebel!
Oh my God! I think that's...
Yeah, Kiko's Rebel.
I don't know.
I'm so confused, but a dirty triple kill here from Rebel to close out this round 4, and we are going to sudden death for this map 3.
I'm so sorry. These names have me so confused. You said Rebel, and I was like, it says Kiko, and I was like, wait, it's broken. But that was insane. That was dirty. He gets the best play of the round. I think he gets 4 in the entire play itself.
I think it was 3. I'm pretty sure it was 3. I could be entirely wrong about that. I thought it was Kiko for half the time. So who knows what was actually happening? But it's what?
Okay.
It looks like
broken. No, it said Alpha is defending, and now it says Alpha's attacking. It's just COD. Okay, USF's on the attack side. Hasn't looked good at all so far for them on the attack side. So let's see how it plays out here this time, if it's a little bit different in any way.
It's going to come down to this early fight. They are... Kiko!
Can somebody just take the Semtex out of Kiko's hand?
Take away this guy's throwables, please. All right, USF going to be taking a bit of a deficit early on here, but it's going to be Penny trying to keep the fight up.
There's no way!
Okay, wait, no, but it is going to be cleaned up here after the enemy player is going to climb out of Vault. Big Cap coming through here onto B-site. A bit of control here on both points early on, which is not something we've seen from USF. Grenade coming out from Juby to stop the point cap from Penny Slays here. Man, this is just an all-over-the-place affair.
USF went for a split push. Oh, and 3 fall immediately. USF Penny able to find one here, trying to get a little bit more space for the team to push through, but they're getting spawn camped yet again. Not able to find the kill there as Flicks finds it, and so does Juby get one more before getting traded out.
Yeah, a big kill there onto Juby, and now I think that was Jit. I think Rebel is Jit.
I think so too.
Jit gonna be able to find a big string of 2 kills there before falling. This is so cursed. Penny gonna fall there on the A push, but Kiko tries to save it a little bit with the trade. Kiko will fall as well, but Love Clutch coming up big here, but it's just a 1-for-1 everywhere. Respawn's coming through, everybody's trading it, but USF is in the negative in terms of lives, down 4 total, but now a big swing from Penny with that double kill, and they are gonna be able to cap this A point.
Oh, he jumped from up top, and there's a fling from behind. They find both kills.
Wow, what a swing there from USF to even up the live count as well.
I'd like to see somebody push in a little bit more aggressive, but they're going for the stack. Oh, the first player falls. That's 2 down for USF. Can they find this kill? They can't. None of the kills go USF's way. The team kill comes through, but then USF isn't even able to find one more.
And now, who's Kiko? I don't know who Kiko is. Kiko is this actually Kiko?
Is he Jit? I don't know anymore.
Kiko's not from Broward. We're about to find out. We're about to find out. He'll either get the kill or he'll die, and then we'll know.
He takes damage, goes for the flank. It's Rebel.
It's Rebel. Rebel
There
with
you
a
go.
big kill there to break things back open in USF's favor yet again, but they are still down 4 lives. Kennesaw really slowing down the state of this game. Big kill once again from Rebel, trying to find another one. Phantom will get it. What a kill! How is he alive? Okay,
How does he find two?
Penny finds it yet again, but now no response available here for USF. 45 seconds in a dream. Need to bring the life count closer or need to start capping this B point. There is no way around it. Penny and Rebel both fall. It
Big
is
double?
not looking great here.
1v7.
1v7 situation just like Brazil.
Oh,
Penny
come on.
slays. It's not actually Penny. I don't know who it was, but it is a Kennesaw State 3-0.
That was chaotic. I would have liked to see USF, once they got onto that B point, I would have liked them to push in a little bit more aggressively towards the back corner of the house. You can kind of spawn camp from there, or you can push into the house itself, which was a position that Kennesaw was holding. They were up top in that building. If they could get that flank going, that could have opened up so much space to capture that B point, but everybody fell so fast, so much chaos happened out of nowhere that USF wasn't really able to do much out of it.
That scorecard meant nothing to me at the end of the game. I don't know what
Actually
else happened.
I don't even know if Kennesaw's names are right.
All right, well, after a very chaotic Game 3 and what looked like USF really trying to turn things here in that series, Kennesaw will be able to claim that Game 3 victory, or bringing their total to 1-2 on the season thus far. USF now 2-1. However, we do have a doubleheader here with next game up against Louisiana Tech Academy.
Correct.
So what are the main points to focus on now as we head into that second series here in just a little bit?
Teamwork. Make sure you're communicating properly, playing together, getting your trades. During that control, USF towards the end started doing a lot better with those team plays. Every time I feel like there was a gunfight happening, USF won it, somebody was there to get the trade. It took a while for USF to match that. So keeping that momentum going on the teamwork side and playing together is probably the biggest key out of these guys.
Well, there you have it. First series going over to Kennesaw State, but at 9 o'clock we will be entering into Game 2 of the night. USF Gold taking on Louisiana Tech Academy. We're going to be going over to a bit of a lengthier break, but stick around. You won't want to miss the conclusion of tonight.
Can't see through your skin. I'm not your guardian. I can't see through your
And welcome back to the second game of the series. Or sorry, no, second series of the night.
stream.
Second series of the night. You know, it's been a long night here.
Oh yeah. I'm still not. My brain still isn't back from what happened in that game 3 with the names and everything.
Yeah, that was a lot. That indeed was a lot.
Still
But here we
recovering.
go. It is going to be USF Gold taking on Louisiana Tech Academy team. So this is their B team. I believe that they didn't actually have matches last week. At least we didn't see any record currently existing. But we're going to be kicking things off here on Hossie with a nice little hard point to get us going for this early game. And you may notice VZ Proof is going to be subbing in here for Jit.
Hey, David. The names are
No!
All right, guys, talking about the game. Hossie Hardpoint, like we mentioned, it's probably my favorite map in the game with my favorite game mode. It got brought back into Black Ops 6 and immediately put into the map rotation in competitive play for a reason. It's a good map. And USF has been completely dominant at the start, already holding 35 seconds in P1 with still another 12 to go here.
Yeah, I don't know if they've actually given up a death yet or not. Maybe if they have, it's been one, but they are on a rampage here. Full total control over this P1, taking it all the way to 48 seconds. And now they also have first move on Garage.
I think 50 seconds is probably like the maximum you can get on P1 off spawn. So it's actually insane what's happening here so far. Penny on a 5 spree. USF complete domination of map control, point control, and everything. Penny looks like he's 1 kill away from having streaks over here. A nice little double coming in for USF, and it's another team wipe. And they're pushing it aggressively, which could be detrimental as they start spawning behind him here, Louisiana Tech.
Yeah, but it looks like USF is able to respond extremely quickly here, and they have not given up a death yet. Louisiana Tech are, oh my God, Kiko. Penny Slays is Kiko.
Yep. Okay, we're figuring it out.
There we go. Okay, but they are just not playing at the same tempo. They're not playing the same game here that the Bulls are.
Yeah, USF trying to prove a point. You know, got 3-0'd last series and trying to bounce back here. Already at 100 points across the first 2 hills is
dirty. That's
insane.
filthy.
Like, you don't see this like ever. And now Louisiana Tech do get the first rotation and do get some points, but a couple kills start going in USF's favor already.
Yep, contested point does not last long here as USF is able to quickly regain after giving up 8 points. You really hate to see it there. But Penny's, I'm sorry, this is Kiko. Kiko has a really good shot here. Penny going to find a nice flank there onto Funky Pants. Caught him with his pants down, and now BC. No, this is still Penny. Penny's going to be pushing up onto the player that was up top on the staircase and will catch that kill. Point contested yet again, but they are just winning these gunfights back to back to back.
It feels like Louisiana Tech is kind of just running in one by one, and they win a couple gunfights here and there, maybe, but the teamwork from USF is there to get the trades when they lose those ones. Already getting first control of P4 here as well. 123-point lead.
Yeah, this is quite a commanding lead, and now a bit of an interesting retreat there coming out from. I actually don't know who that was because their nickname is also not showing up for us. Rebel finds a big double kill here. Not this Rebel, but the Rebel that's actually existing on the map. Penny Slace is able to find that headshot onto Funky Pants to continue his slaughter of the Bulldogs. And now, I think this is Penny. Penny. Yeah, Penny finds a big kill there onto Zion. Too Cold has another one in his sights, but cannot secure it. Kiko actually takes that kill down onto Foreign Princess. Who is this?
I think the nameless person is VZ.
Are you sure?
Because I've seen Kiko, Rebel, and Penny on the kill feed, so I think the nameless person is VZ.
It has to be VZ. Okay.
We're figuring it out.
Kiko on the 5K. Just very dominant thus far from USF. This is just tripping me up more than it should be.
170 points across 4. Like, if this was a 5-hill map, they were almost on pace to win the game in the first set of rotations. This is almost perfection out of USF here. They have this control. Nice team play as well. They're flanking everywhere. Every time
oh my God,
Louisiana Tech gets any sort of map presence, they just get immediately taken down here.
You know, it's getting to a point where I'm also now saying the wrong name compared to what's on my screen and who it actually is, I know this is not Penny, and I still call them Penny. So it's just terrible scenes out here, terrible looks. Hopefully we get that fixed heading into next game. But yeah, USF, they are just playing with purpose here in this game one. They took that 0-3 loss to start the night. They do not want to come up empty-handed. They are bringing it to the Bulldogs.
They also have like 3, maybe 4 Hellstorm missiles in hand, and they haven't used a single one yet. So I don't even know what to say at this point. Getting 10-point clubbed is almost unseen. I've seen it in the CDL once, so it's possible. Even the best teams it happens to, but it's just insane to see.
You know, it just feels like Louisiana Tech cannot match the tempo that USF is playing with, and there it is, map 1 going over to the Bulls.
I'm not even sure what can possibly be said there. Just perfection, basically, out of USF.
High-level gameplay, for sure. They played their they won their every single gunfight they took. Their rotations were just better. They responded to, especially when Louisiana Tech was spawning right behind them. They had the response ready, despite their a bit of an aggressive push. They just did not make any mistakes.
Clinical. That's like the best word to describe it. Clinical. Even when some wacky stuff happened, like Louisiana Tech spawning behind them, they had the setup to stop it. They had the awareness to be like, hey, this is possible. Watch for it. And then they watched for it, had everybody there, and then they won all those kills. And then they sprinted to the other side of the map and only gave up like 8 seconds on the point. It
was crazy.
Insane.
Well, we're going to be going over to a quick break to get Game 2 up and going. Can USF continue this slaughter? We will find out. Stick around. And here we go, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome back to Game 2 of the series. We saw Game 1 be a very dominant stretch here for USF, taking a 250-10 win right off rip. Now going over to Vault for some S&D. USF taking it to Louisiana Tech early on with this plant going down onto B.
That got a little sketchy. I saw multiple team shots happening there, but it's working out fine. It's 4-1 now for USF. 1v4 for Foreign Prince here. Bomb is planted, and he's nowhere near it. Going for a big flank. Could catch Kiko off guard here. I'm not sure if it's Kiko.
I think we're actually back. I think this
I
is...
hope it's Kiko. Nope, that says Rebel.
All right.
He finds the first kill, but is going to get traded, and USF with a pretty clean round 1.
Yeah, they were just not contested at all as they entered onto site, and there was really just no response that Louisiana Tech could put together to stop the offensive momentum that USF put forth. A really nice flank, though, there, coming out from, I don't remember.
I think it was Foreign Prince.
Foreign Prince, or Foreign Princess.
Is it Princess? Okay,
Princess.
it cuts off at the top right corner,
Foreign
so
Princess.
I couldn't tell.
Foreign Princess with a really nice flank
So that's
there.
what's after the ... there. Because that cuts off at Prince, and I wasn't sure. Okay.
You know, just
Was it actually them, though?
just caught you, I think.
I didn't pay attention to
It
the kill.
very well could not have been. I really don't know. But USF now on defense. Let's see if offense treats Louisiana Tech a little bit better. The question...
What? What just happened? I don't know what just happened. That was insane.
The decisions are a little
Confusing.
off.
Oh my god, he's on a 5 spree.
Penny's about to go for an ace here, and he finds it.
Okay. He was everywhere. He connected on the stun.
That's a Sharpie marker on a bomb, by the way.
Yeah, I saw that last series when we saw it, and I was wondering why. But, you know.
Okay. Strong start.
Connected on the stun, pushed. The Louisiana Tech player wasn't expecting the push. And then did a full 180 to find the second kill, and then from there he just ran around and found people.
My confusion stems from the very first engagement, where the Louisiana Tech player, I forget who the first kill was, sees Penny, sees the push coming through, cuts across to the opposite corner, and then is looking down the hallway rather than tracking Penny.
I think because Penny stepped back while he threw his stun, I think he was expecting Penny to go around. And Penny would just, because the obvious play is push forward. Oh, that's another big stun to start off for Penny.
Penny just taking over this game.
Oh, my God.
I think that's a 6K now?
7.
7K. Wow.
I hope
Make
that
it
number,
8.
I think the numbers are right.
That one's right. Except it just says it's Feezy proof, but it is. It is 8 straight kills for Penny Slays. Absolutely remarkable game coming out from them. Funky Pants, the only last remaining member here.
1v3.
Dives into Vault and just gets ragdolled. 3-0 USF start.
Penny's finding all these first blood. He just runs forward, throws a stun, somebody's there. And from there, it's just a free kill. Stuns are broken in this game. If you connect on it, you better push off of it. And Penny's doing just that, and it's working to perfection. From there, he just has all the space in the world to just continue to push through and find more kills.
And he's just creating so much space for the rest of this USF roster to operate in. They don't need to play aggressive because they have Penny going 9-0 in their backline.
Yeah.
So every time an inspect happens, it gets rid of the UI.
I was wondering what that was.
What is happening? Okay, that makes sense. All right, here we go. USF once again on defense. We're seeing a very aggressive push onto A. Penny on the opposite side of the map now, though, so won't be a part of the action. Early engage comes out. It's a 1-for-1 trade here, but it's going to be Rebel who finds the bomb holder, throws a grenade into the site, and it's another wipe here for the Bulls.
I don't think Penny saw a single person.
No, Penny was not involved in that game. That round, rather, sorry.
Questionable fights being taken. That's just insane that you can freely do that.
Yeah.
For a second after the inspect and the UI disappeared, I thought it fixed the name problem.
No.
Because Penny switched from an SMG to an AR, and then I realized it still said 9-0, so I was like, okay, I don't think it fixed it. And now he's back with the SMG. Yeah, it didn't fix it.
I mean, interesting insight into how Penny plays, right? You know, depending on the sight line he's playing, he's switching up that class. I like that. I like that that initiative, the tactical mindset that Penny brings to this roster. But once again, Penny's not going to see anything on this game because the entirety of the Louisiana Tech Academy team are on the opposite side of the map as USF has set up for this plant onto A. Kiko's going to be able to find that first blood. Disgusting line of sight here, but Kiko's going to get caught from above, it looked like.
Yeah.
Now, Penny, it's a 2v1 situation with Penny and...
This is a winnable...
Who is it?
I'm not sure.
He's
Stop
so
moving
fast.
so
Rebel,
fast. It
Rebel.
says Rebel, but I don't think it's Rebel.
No, I think that is Rebel. Oh, Penny
We'll
goes
figure it
down.
out.
Big Funky Pants action here. Not going to
think that was
matter,
Kiko.
though. No, it wasn't Kiko.
I think that was Kiko.
Rebel able to find that winning
I think
kill.
we'll see it on the final kill. There's No Name. I think No Name was VZ3. I think No Name was VZ. I don't know. I was going to say, that is a winnable 1v2, though. This spot is so hard to play because you can just run around in circles from there.
The swing is so strong there.
Like, you can't both hold one angle because then you just get shot from behind. So you kind of have to have each person holding a different angle. And it's really easy to separate into two different one-on-ones there.
That's almost
worked.
exactly what happened here, but Funky Pants was just not able to secure that final kill onto whoever it was for the side of USF. But now, with a 5-0 lead, push is coming out from all angles. Oh my God.
That was so fast.
And that's going to be map 2 going
That's
over
map
to
2.
USF. Jeez. This is an entirely different squad than what we saw. Granted,
like
it's an entirely different opponent.
Yes.
But
USF is playing so much more confident. I don't know if it's because of the squad that they're playing against or because of how that first game started off. They just took the momentum and ran away with it. But they feel more confident in their gunfights in here. Some of the gunfights in the last series, they looked a little bit shaky, like they missed a few bullets. Here, they just look so much more comfortable on the map and how they're playing.
yeah, this is some American Sniper gameplay that we're seeing coming out of the Bulls thus far. Map 2 secured now. We're going to be moving into...
I think it's Hossie control.
Yeah, it's Hossie control. Yeah,
figure
pull
it
up
out
the
in
notes.
2
Pull
seconds.
up
I
the
got
script real quick.
I got the notes.
He's got the script.
Hossie control.
Hossie control.
control.
So, with that, we're going to go over to a quick break while we get Game 3 up and going. USF looking for the sweep to end 1-1 on the night. Stick around. And here we go. USF looking to close the series out back on Hacienda for this control game mode. You know how it goes. 30 lives both sides. Attackers are trying to cap the points. And it's Kiko who finds that first blood. Oh, and I think, wait, our names are
names fixed?
Names might be
Or
no,
somebody
no,
else with no name?
Someone's no name.
It's no longer VZ, that's no name.
Oh, man. Oh,
Is it
man.
Rebel?
Is everyone no name, or is this one person bombing
No,
off?
Rebel just
I
showed
don't
up.
know.
So it might be Kiko.
Well, either way, USF going to be able to find that early cap onto B site and take a 6 life advantage. Penny Slays will be able to find one. This is Kiko. Penny Slays is Kiko.
Yep.
To the left. Right.
Wait. Yeah, no, it's the person on the screen to the right. Yeah, that's what our observer found out. The screen person on the bottom right of the screen, it's actually the person to their right on the top of the scoreboard. As Kiko gets triple teamed up here in this position, and USF trying to get over to A, but haven't even touched the point yet.
It seems like they're just slow playing, maybe trying to play for these picks, because at this point it seems like they're confident that they can just outgun the Louisiana Tech squad, which, based on games 1 and 2, seems like a pretty valid conclusion.
It's been working for them so far, as 3 are down now, and USF just 3 stacking. And Kiko running around with the pistol, does find the kill, reloads here, does have a player in front of him.
Oh, Kiko, triple.
Ooh, not enough for the double, but that's going to be the quick cap coming through for USF.
And that's going to be round 1 of this third map. Very brief, to say the least. USF really bringing it to the Bulldogs here. They've just been playing so well, so coordinated together.
Oh, how does he get?
Yeah?
I thought it was going to be a double team fight there, but the last player just went around, so that explains it. It is multiple different 1v1s. Okay. Interesting. Good play.
Good play. Good play. USF, of course, if you were watching earlier, playing Kennesaw State Esports, took an 0-3 loss there, really trying to turn things around here, especially given how long the season is. You know, two matches a night. I don't know how many weeks the regular season is.
I figure it's probably a few.
It should be about probably like 6 or 7, I
would think so, which means it's a lot of games. It's a lot of games.
But lots of teams to play against, lots to play for in collegiate COD. And USF coming out early.
I saw it and I was like, there's no way he's shooting him, is he?
just
a little love tap. A little love
tap indeed, yeah.
I think that person died, by the way, right after. No way, he's in front of the entire team. He's gonna knife him. Oh, he doesn't get it.
Okay, that's a little BM.
Rebel, a little bit of BM here out of Rebel. Oh. The funniest part is I think they died because they were low enough.
Just a little boop.
He paused and contemplated. It was like, yeah, I'm gonna do it.
You could see the gears turning as that entire thing went down. But hey, you know, Louisiana Tech early on, they've been able to get a couple of. Okay, never mind, that's gone. They were on points. They managed to get a little bit of progress on both sides, trying to see if they could split the map, but it was not happening the way that they wanted it to. USF was able to put it down, and Rebel looking for a potential double here. Will find one, but can't secure the second.
Little team kill there out of Louisiana Tech, slowing down their attempt at a push here, and a good flank. Oh, is he gonna try to knife him again?
He's going to do it again.
Oh, Kiko said, no, you're not doing that to this guy. Taking the kill.
Very
here.
respectful.
10 seconds left.
Yeah, it just does not look great here for Louisiana Tech as they just have no momentum. And USF is just in their spawn with pistols, and they're just slaying them out left and right, putting the dogs down. It's a 2-0 lead here for USF in this game 3.
The Bulls started seeing red after that first series, and they're taking their anger out on Louisiana Tech, and there's not much Louisiana Tech can really do about it. The gunfights just aren't going their way.
I must say, I don't believe I've ever seen a more complete showing out of USF.
Yeah.
Despite the opponent, whether they've been playing in CCL, whether they've been playing in NACE, whatever the case is, this is just a very dominant showing from them.
Yeah, absolutely. And I mean, they're trolling a little bit in this map, like as you can see, running around with pistols and knives. But the first 2 series, they were taking it seriously. They were playing together. They were playing as a team. They were winning their gunfights and just absolute dominant showing. Not much else that can be said, and all of them are using pistols.
This is so BM. Okay.
Oh, he's okay.
All right.
He's like, I want this kill.
Penny with a little bit of respect there. Pulling a bit the
Why
gun
does this
back
pistol
out.
have 30 bullets? What is this game? What is this extended mag that has 30 bullets on a pistol? Why is this a thing? Why is it working?
Why is it working? Okay, he almost finds the triple there, but USF, they are 2 ticks away, or 2 ticks into this A site capture, really bringing it here. There it is. They
didn't get it.
No, they did. It was so close.
He left it before he got it.
Oh, that's unfortunate there. What are they doing, man? Okay, surely they start taking it seriously now, right?
Surely you just want to end it.
You can only string them along for so
Yeah.
many times.
I mean, you have the advantage on kills still for now. It's going to be close
I don't
here.
think they care. I think they're just going to keep with it.
That grenade's going to be a lot of damage.
Oh my goodness.
So many explosions.
Yeah, there's just so...
Tap it again. Oh, there you go.
Okay, they finally are
Finally
able to
got it.
secure this A point. Now going to be turning their attention over to B. Still maintaining their pistol-only round.
Ugh.
A
A couple exceptions.
I don't love what I'm seeing.
I don't either.
I can't lie.
I don't either.
Yeah.
Funkin got a triple kill there.
So...
Kiko aka Rebel getting the kill there. 10 lives left. Oh, he's triangle.
You know...
Uh-oh.
Okay, yeah, you know, you're going to bite the bullet there, Rebel,
Yeah.
trying to be
Knife's a little too far.
so
Oh,
pushed
those
up
are
like
really
that.
nice shots at the line.
Oh my god, Kiko.
I know it's a pistol, but his aim is insane right now.
Yeah, fine. Almost is going to be able to connect on the 3K. Leaves the point open. Is tracking the last remaining member before, you know, all the respawns come through, of course. But almost has the 4K. And USF are looking to put this one away, but they only have 45 seconds, and they're just clowning around.
10 lives left. It could be a little bit scary here.
How are they ahead in lives?
I said it earlier, and I couldn't believe it. They're
Okay.
still at no respawns.
Yep, and Louisiana Tech down to their last 4 lives. USF trying to bring this one home, but it is a 27-second remaining timeline. It looks like Louisiana Tech is finally trying to put something together, but oh my, a big swing there, bringing it down 2-7 here. Trying to find it, but it's a big double kill here for Zion Too Cold.
They're a little far from the point.
Timer back down to ticking, and yeah, USF is not in a position to respond. Now the sightlines are there for Louisiana Tech. There's a chance that they might pull this one out from under them.
Okay, there's a lot more time left than I thought there was, and that's going to be the last player, and that's going to be the series.
I can hear them laughing from the other room.
I know.
That's really sad. I don't love that. We don't condone
We do not.
bad sportsmanship. But
We do not.
Very dominant performance here from USF after what wasn't the prettiest of early series this evening. But now, as they look to regain their confidence, regain their momentum, they are putting themselves in a 3-1 standing position heading into Week 3 of the Collegiate COD League.
Setting themselves up for a pretty good spot to be in for the future. Again, we don't know how many weeks it's going to be, but could be a long one. So trying to get every win counts in those standings. So trying to get themselves in a good spot for the future, for future playoffs.
With that being said, we're going to go ahead and wrap it up for the night. Thank you all so much for tuning in to some Collegiate COD action. And thank you for those of you that tuned into the YouTube stream for our very first ever co-stream. We're hoping to do a lot more with both of these channels going forward. So make sure you follow us along for the journey. Turn on your notifications for both Twitch and YouTube. Yep. Subscribe if you haven't. We've got a lot coming in the next couple weeks, so make sure you tune in. With that being said, we are all done here for tonight. Thank you all so much for joining. Thank you, Tavin, for having us. And as always,
Go Bulls.
go Bulls.